And what a first match it is in the international stage. Not only are you debuting, but you're debuting against the tournament favorites.
The tournament favorites, that's something that I'd like to talk about. How do you think Blacklist feels right now, knowing that all eyes are on them?
Exactly.
Yeah, obviously for Oh My Venus, nothing new. What about these younger players like Edward, Haji, Oheb? Well, Wise is also pretty young, but you know, like, how do you think they're approaching this?
Man, honestly, I don't know, but we've seen from their experience during MSC, during the MPLI, during both of the MPL seasons that we saw this year, they're clutch. They come in clutch, and they will be able to withstand that pressure, beat that pressure down, and take the victory. Look at that. The timer has gone to 0. We are about to get into the draft for match number 1. We are just going to wait on that a little bit more. But yes, like you mentioned, Oheb and Edward, these young players coming into the stage. What about you, Wolf? Do you have any thoughts about these young players?
Yeah, I think that most young players, during their first, your first rodeo, they might be feeling a little bit nervous whatsoever. But again, this is Blacklist International. They have been through 2 MPL seasons together as a team, and these young kids, even the rookies, I guess the new players here from Blacklist International have their own fair share of the limelight. Particularly Haji, who have already represented the Philippines before with a different team. However, I would still feel that it's not gonna be a problem at all for them. Young kids in their first rodeo, it's gonna be a lot of nerves in there. But after their first game, I'm pretty sure that they won't feel that anyways.
Yep, I have the same thoughts for Red Canids because a lot of them are very young and a lot of them are competing with their first pro team here. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's go. A best of 1 between Red Canids from Brazil and Blacklist International from the Philippines. Red on the blue. That's confusing, but Blacklist gonna answer back. First taking out the Lunox and the Aldous. Blacklist answers back. They've been doing this before. They take out all the assassins, Hayabusa and Ling.
Yeah, the thing is, for the side of Blacklist International, very similarly, like, it's a clash of styles, but they also have some similarities, right? Blacklist International, they really like to group, they really like to go for those 5-man team fights, so getting these assassins out of the way will mean that they don't want to go against these pick-off style of heroes. Taking it away, it is going to be really good for their draft, for their game plan, as we've seen from it before. But wait a minute, the Estes band comes in for the side of Blacklist International. We've seen this many times before. That's Venus's signature hero.
Something tells me there's something going on here. It looks like there are plans afoot. Plans afoot from these 2 teams. How crazy would it be? How crazy would it be if in the off-season between MPLI and M3, Blacklist just drastically changed? They've been pretty mum about what kind of Blacklist they might bring out.
They call me a hero.
Okay, so
it's
all about getting
apart.
out all of the comfort heroes for Blacklist International. That's the idea for Red Canids. I'm pretty sure that they were thinking, oh, maybe we can snatch the Estes away from this team. And you see even the body language of Red Canids, they were quite shocked that the Estes band came from Blacklist International themselves.
Yeah.
But this is not the first time that they did it. Blacklist International banned out the Estes against Omega, or back then it was called Execration, in an international tournament as well, because they know that that opposing team can use it against them too. So this is obviously it's a surprise, but it's not a thing that Blacklist International didn't do before.
Yep.
What would be the answer though? Like, Lee Sun-Shin already banned out.
Yushin is a pickup. Yeah, I love how Red Canids is opening. They know the history. They know the history that Yushin has with Blacklist. And Blacklist answers back. You open up Matilda Airlines, it comes through. We have liftoff as well as the Barats. Miracle, I have a question for you. Is this a jungle Barats or an XP Barats?
That's the thing, right? It's a very good flex pick for the side of Blacklist International for both of these heroes, the Matilda and the Barats. A huge flex pick potential, but also very prio picks coming in. So we've seen it before played by Wise and Edward. We'll just have to see how the draft goes here, because as we all know, Barats, one of the huge counters, one of the big counters towards that Paquito, and instantly Red Canids will go for the Farsa and the Rafaela. Now, Wolf, we spoke about this, Rafaela. In your tier list, you mentioned that this is an SS, or a pick or ban hero. Maybe you can elaborate on that.
Yeah, I like your alley-oop of promoting my tier list.
There you go,
so
yeah, man.
But yeah, Rafaela is perfect with assassins. With marksmen. And Yisun-Shin, although counted as a fighter or assassin, can be considered as a marksman. So this ups the tempo of this Yisun-Shin. It's also a great steal pick or deny pick against Blacklist International. Although the Matilda's already revealed, there's it could be like a Rafaela Matilda duo. Now, what I do like about the Rafaela this time is that it will increase the tempo that Red Canids wants to play in, and that will really amplify how the Yisun-Shin is to be used here from the jungle role. So
Your team is banning.
Just take objectives, win your lanes from Red Canids, give out all you have in the early stages to the mid stages, and hopefully end that game as soon as possible. Answer for Blacklist, though, is the Harith, an OHIP special, but not entirely sure if this is good against the Yisun-Shin, because that is, in the Philippines at least, pro players argue that sometimes Yisun-Shin can beat the Harith and sometimes the Harith can beat Yisun-Shin.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? We're gonna have to see what happens here in the matchup, but the Phobias
Your
will be
team
taken away
is
instantly.
banning.
Obviously, you get a very, very mobile hero, dash-heavy hero like the Harith. You don't want it to be countered by the Phobias. Coach Bonchan instantly just takes Phobias off the board for the side of Red Canids, though. They are in for the response. So far in their draft, they are going for a front-to-back composition. Maybe they want to, push that a little bit more. Maybe ban away the hard engage heroes, because again, this Barretts can be flexed to the jungle. If it does, Lapu Lapu, Yuzong are still open, and those two heroes are really good against the Farsa.
Slowly, something's telling me this is jungle Barretts. Yeah, it's how you have to do this, because there's a lot of weight on the Harith. So you kind of want that jungle to go fast.
Your
and
team
when you're down
is
on
banning.
vision, against the Mountain Shocker and the mobility of the Rafaela, I think you have to have something safe.
Your
on
team
Wise.
is banning.
So we might see the... Okay, I was about to say the Paquito, but yeah, Edward can still pick up something like a Tams, or you already mentioned the Lapu Lapu to go dive that Farsa. It's essentially an equation that's hard to miss out on.
Yeah.
It's such a safe hero, such a great execution.
This really is the strength of the Barretts for Blacklist International, most specifically, because they're one of the few teams that really love to put that Barretts in the jungler role. Now, I want to look back. It makes me think that Blacklist International, specifically with the leadership of Bonchan, sometimes they have this mode wherein they literally just countered the opponent's heroes. For example, when they pick up the Barretts, it's perfect against most of your marksman lineup. It's great versus the Yisun-Shin. And then you go the Harith so that it can match up well against the Yisun-Shin. Like we said, it's a skills matchup wherein Harith can win over the Yisun-Shin so many times in most stages of the game. Now, Blacklist International, I think that they're going to be showing us their position for this time, or maybe another hero for Oh My Venus or for Haji, because this is always the thing with Blacklist. They don't reveal which hero Haji or Oh My Venus will play up until the second phase.
Yeah, and because of that, I just noticed the Cho's still out there.
Exactly. What I was about to mention, man. The Cho is still up there for grabs for the side of Blacklist International. I really like their two bans, man, the Phobias and the Brody, but it does leave the Clint open. We've been mentioning Clint a lot during our quarantine, during our play sessions. This hero is one of the prio heroes as well, but like I mentioned, the Lapu Lapu coming in for the side of Blacklist International, getting that high dive in hero, but instantly a 1-1 pickup for the side of Red Canids. We haven't seen the 1-1 a lot so far. Wolf, any thoughts for this pick?
Decent versus the Barretts. I mean, it at a certain point in time, because of the changes, because I think the passive was based off on percent HP before. Now it's fixed. Now it's not that good against Barretts, but it was better the previous time. It still is decent because of the anti-crowd control that she has. Also, the ultimate is perfect against the Barretts, very tanky hero. So the only problem I have with this is that the Lapu Lapu is present on the side of Blacklist International. Uranus is their XP laner. Where now in the Blacklist, they might reveal which one is the jungler or which one will be the X. I think that they have already revealed.
Yeah.
This is the Barretts.
I'm scared of how correct my prediction was. I honestly was just going off a 50-50 theory, but you gotta just put that jungler in, and here we go. We confirm no Cho, no Hajit Kundu for us today. Instead, it's going to be Matilda Airlines and then Haji on the Kagura. They needed mid to be super active. They needed mid to be super active to give Oheb some time, and of course the firepower for Wise. And now, best of one. I think this was a good call for Blacklist. I gotta say, they wanted to go fast, but I'm still giving Red Canids a little bit of room because they have so much vision and they're so mobile.
Yeah. This is where you also go. Oh man, Blacklist International just went Blacklist International. It's very Blacklist International. The draft, you're looking at the lineup. Matilda, oh my Venus played that so many times. Barrett's on Wise, it's a specialty. You have Lapu-Lapu on Edward, one of his favorite heroes up to date. Harith, of course, for Oheb, won a lot of games and won a championship with it. And a Kagura for Haji, as we saw one of the best mid lane heroes that he was able to get is this Kagura. So this is so much comfort for the side of Blacklist International.
Absolutely, but guess what? It's time, ladies and gentlemen, for the first match of the M3 World Championships. We're getting into the Land of Dawn, where again, Blacklist International, with their composition, will have early prio. It's going to be very hard for the side of Red Canids to get anything done here in the early stages with literally 4 scaling heroes. I don't know, man. I feel like you're giving Blacklist a little bit too much room. We'll see how that fares for Red Canids. Right now, Jumpstyle just going to use a Retribution, securing that orange buff in the early game. Again, not much they can do here to go for the Little Wanderer.
Interesting how Blacklist International going for the invade, going for the check, while Luna was the side lane mages like Lunox, which is often banned, as you saw earlier here, right?
Yeah.
So now back into the game, you can see that, yes, Luna is going to be babysitting Upa, TZ, but just the same, Oheb, he's not having a good time only because Blacklist's about to just rotate. Check this out.
Yeah, there you go. Haji goes in. Unfortunately, unable to do anything here. Blacklist will just go ahead and try to take that gold buff right now. We'll be able to secure it as Jumpstyle doesn't have the Retribution just yet. Blacklist International so far right now with a 10 gold lead. Just a very, very small gold lead, but a turtle cam right there presented to you by TikTok Live as we are perhaps going to go into another
strat by Blacklist. It's gonna matter. This is 1 point closer towards an upper bracket slot in the playoffs. I believe after the pause, we just saw a turtle take. I mean, we missed a turtle take.
Yeah, we did miss a turtle take. Not sure who got it right now. I think it is this from the side of Blacklist International right now. You know, based on the compositions, they should be able to get that. Right, yep, it is going to be Wise who picked up that turtle. So we are back in the game.
A little sliver of that turtle buff aura.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
We caught that a little bit right here, but again, both teams just playing it really, really safe right now. Blacklist International with their early game composition, they don't really want to go for crazy fights on the board, but wait a minute, Zaman Force has been popped. It's going to be Lupa Teasy instantly just taken away, and that's going to be the Razor First Blood, super sharp, coming in.
Luna could only watch. There's only so much you could do as a Rafaela in that moment. Like, holy healing, yeah, I'll heal you, what, an 1/8 of your health? And he couldn't get away. And this is what Wolf was talking about earlier. The firepower and the lockdown from Blacklist International just miles ahead. Oheb gonna catch here a little bit of Luna's ult. Jump style to the rescue, could not lock on Oheb.
Yeah, but wait a minute though. Blacklist International trying to rotate already to the top side. They're going to go and opt to go for this gold buff instead. Again, Red Canids, they're playing it super safe like we mentioned earlier. Maybe a little bit of an overposition from the side of Upatizi just now, but just immaculate and just beautiful, beautiful rotation from the side of Blacklist International, catching their opponents off guard. Again, now rotating to the mid lane and waiting, setting up for that second turtle of the game.
Interesting how the turtle just came back to its original spot. So as random as this is, it's great. Oh! Yeah. Circling Eagle!
Circling Eagle already onto Upatizi. Seems like a little bit of a miscommunication right there as Blacklist International. They didn't really want to go for that. Venus went in, tried to go for a little bit more damage as they set up towards the turtle. Wise already hitting on that. And Frost needs to be careful here. We'll just try to, withstand the wave, try to handle and keep the wave at bay.
Mount Shocker just in time to see Blacklist take it. Turtle Lane brought to you by the STB. Now, Red Canids putting a little bit more pressure up top.
Yeah, there you go. It's going to be the Oheb coming in for the Zaman Force, but look at that. The crossbow tank has been popped. Oheb caught very, very low right now, but he's going to be taken very low as well. Yin Yang overturn and the Circling Eagle will be able to get the kill back onto Upatizi. 0-0 right now in the 5th minute of the game.
I keep talking about the whole Red Canids just kiting Blacklist International, but it seems like it's a switch of roles here because it's Canids who keep walking into Blacklist. Now another fight in mid, not gonna happen, not gonna blow up just like that because it's the wrong configuration of heroes. There's no lockdown. Luna is not here. Luna's not here to stun Blacklist, and wow, look how much work Blacklist put into this mid lane turret already.
Yeah, look at that. Holy Baptism does is able to connect onto Edward. Unfortunately, there is a guiding wind to get him out of that one. Red Canids already now 1,000 gold behind a Blacklist International just from the pickoffs and the turret gold alone. Again, like you mentioned, that mid turret has been taken down quite a bit, and they have already started to rotate here to the top side. With them trying to go for a pickup, maybe Zaman Force has been popped. Venus not in the position to go for the Circling Eagle, but that's what they wanted, just the turret, and they are playing this really, really smart, really, really intelligently as they will make their way to the mid lane once again. Haji opening up the map for Team Wise, and Haji taking down the second turret of the game.
So clean. Blacklist International eating good here. Wise goes ahead, steals an orange.
That's his welcome now going in. It's in a 1v4. Crossbow Tank has been popped, but Wise in a 1v4 is able to win. What is going on, man? The backup coming in from Edward as Luna will be able to finally pick off Wise. It is a 3-for-1 trade for the side of the Filipinos.
One, because Luna's passive just took Wise out on the way, despite the guiding winds getting him back. But you're right, like, the first 2 minutes was relatively close, but Blacklist knew exactly what they needed to do. They isolated the XP lane. They foresaw the pressure that was going to be put on Oheb because of how early it is. And Wolf, here's the answer to your question earlier. It's a flicker. Yeah. It's not a Purify yet. Oheb is still dominating. Oheb is still winning. And I think it's also because he knows that he had backup.
Yeah. We can see from the instant replay, Jumpstyle already committing his dash. And he can even like confidently hit onto Wise because he's looking for Edward. Edward snuck in at the right moment. Just the moment he saw that Heesun Shin, he popped his combo and Heesun Shin is gone. Especially because the dash is already used.
Yeah, this is basically Blacklist International in a nutshell. They suffocate their opponents, right? They use the little bit of pressure everywhere on the map to just slowly but surely take you out of the game. And right now, that's exactly what they're doing. Just clean, crisp gameplay, playing all the side lanes properly. Wave control is just amazing from this team. But look at that, in the top side, they are already going for the engage. Yin Yang overturn, connecting onto Upatizi, still able to get away with that Aegis. But the pressure is up for the side of Blacklist International. They will be able to pick up the third turtle and that orange buff as well.
100% turtle take rate. Jumpstyle is hungry. Jumpstyle lucky to get his purple because again, back to back to back, turtle has spawned here on the lower quarter of the map. And right now, top lane, Oheb is just, look at this. Oheb versus Luna couldn't even protect the turret. This is Frost just doing damage control. He knows something's up. He knows they're in trouble. Because they can't see Edward. Oh, Edward isn't even part of this fight. There's one happening down bottom.
Yeah, they're playing the side waves really, really well, but wait a minute, it's going to be Oheb jumping in with Zaman Force, jumping all the way, has the flicker ready, but it's going to be Jumpstyle instead, taken down. Luna forced to back away, and again, Blacklist suffocating their opponents, playing it so well, getting the 1-for-0 picks all across the map, all from that wave control, man. That wave manipulation is now, but the airstrike will be used to try to clear the wave as Akashi goes back in. Venus, caught in the bad situation, needs to be careful here because that is a 4-man gank. Oh my, Venus going for the Circling Eagle, unable to get away, and that's going to be one picked up by Upatizi.
Not sure if it's worth it, but obviously, Oh My Venus played it to isolate mid to get that push, close to taking it down, opening it up for Wise down bottom, despite the man-to-man defense by Akashi. So overall, a life for a turret this early on, 9 minutes in the game. I'd say it's worth it. But there's something with this map, there's something with this best of one because Lord is also going to be on the lower quarter. So I guess that's why they tried to open up these two side lanes to get just as fast a major objective as possible. Akashi just pushing back the rest of Blacklist International. Wise more than happy to welcome him. And Orange once more! Denied!
Because Wise is level 13 and Jumpstyle is just level 11. So the retribution for Wise is definitely much stronger. And you saw how Red Canids really just crumbled to that pressure. I mean, Jumpstyle even called his supports for that orange buff, but they weren't able to make it. So much real estate that they're losing at now for Red Canids. And I would say this is not the way you play Uranus, because the way that you play Uranus is always far forward against your team. Split pushing, maybe getting 2 lanes, just cutting the creep wave, you know, the Kenji play that he was trying to do. I mean, I think only the Filipinos know about the Kenji play, but basically it's a Uranus that cuts 2 lanes of minions in the opponent's base.
We saw the Kenji play at M2.
That's right.
It was in the last World Championship, so it's basically just a deep cut. Yeah. It's a deep cut, but I think it's too late right now, not the perfect timing. Look at this, Red Canids putting their own ube. This is the Brazilian ube.
Yeah, the Brazilian Ube right here is Wise. Actually now will be able to be zoned away for a bit, but again, like we mentioned earlier, Blacklist, this is the way they play the game. They just suffocate their opponents, playing the waves perfectly, freezing it, and not letting Red Canids get even a little bit of gold here. In the 10th minute of the game, it is already an 8,000 gold lead for the Filipino champions.
This is gonna be crazy. You know what we saw from Red Canids? This is the second time that they tried to go for it, like a lot of players. The first time they did it was 3 heroes around the orange buff, and then they did 5 heroes around the purple buff. You have to take note, buffs get stronger the more heroes around there is. And that meant that Wise can just bully them. Their group as 5. Jump Style will not be able to just like normal attack the purple buff and then rely on its retribution, because unfortunately your normal attacks will deal less damage and your retribution will always not trump Wise, because Wise is already level 15 and Jumps is level 12. So that's a checkmate by 1 hero against 5 of Red Canids.
Not to mention the tick on Wise's passive on the knife. On the Hunter passive, he just ticks faster. So Blacklist International, if they decide to take something away from Red Canids, it's just almost easy pick. It's like taking candy from a baby. It's difficult. So Red Canids are trying their best here to recover, pulling their own version of the Ube. All 5 in mid. Mountain Shocker just to check where everyone is, and they see, oh no, they see that Blacklist is going for the Luminous Lord.
Man, they're so smart with this stuff, man. Look at that. They set up the slow push perfectly, timing it when the Enhanced Lord comes up, and there you go. There's just no response from Red Canids. They can't do anything at this point. If they do try to contest, they're surely going to be wiped out. And there you go. There you have it. Blacklist International with the Enhanced Lord and a 9,000 gold lead in the 12th minute of the first game here at the M3 World Championships.
2-6. I just gotta say the kills that they got on Blacklist were, one was a distraction kill, the other was just a deep dive by Wise. So far I can say Blacklist International hasn't committed any errors. This is a clean game for them.
Yeah, definitely. Only Blacklist International, they're very famous with their Matilda Airlines, and Oh My Venus really dons that Matilda. And we were talking about how this will be like a duo or a trio in the mid lane, wherein the supports and the jungler will join out together and just get kills and make the plays on the map. Look at both the position 4 and 5 of Blacklist International. Both of them have 100% kill participation, right? This is how you can say that your support duo is doing wonders.
It's insane, honestly, right now with the Enhanced Lord marching that top side. Venus will try to zone them away from this, but he's got to be careful because Red Canids, they have the abilities ready and up right now. But the airstrike being used, but Enhanced Lord will march into that inhibitor turret. There's nothing Red Canids can do as of this moment. They're going to be able to take that inhibitor turret and that tier 2 in the mid lane out for nothing. There is nothing on the board for Red Canids to do or even trade for.
Top lane already penetrated. Bottom gonna follow through. It looks like Blacklist International is just going by this in surgical precision. They know that Lord is coming up in about 2 minutes and change, so they're slowly taking bottom first. They're gonna chip down bottom to go harder. Now Oheb, he wants a head here.
Yeah, look at that. Brave Spider being used to the backside as Oheb jumps back and forth. It is gonna be him zoned away, but the stun does connect to Jump Style, stops them in their tracks right now as Blacklist will just go, move on to the purple buff. Jump Style will be zoned away. Luna gets taken down, and that's gonna be another kill picked up from the side of Blacklist. Oheb picking up that purple buff, and they're looking to end the game right here, right now. 14 minutes on the clock. Let's see what they can do.
What Red Canids can do here is basically find the one who's away from the Ube, but it's not going to happen because of the guiding winds, and they're still going. There's another fight.
There's another fight indeed. Haji goes in, picks up the kill. Jumpstyle just does no damage at this point, and Blacklist, again, surgical, clinical game right now. They are not dropping anyone. They're playing it so cleanly, and you can see they are getting one turret, backing away, getting another one, playing their waves, playing their objectives, doesn't want to leave anything, doesn't want to risk anything. That's just beautiful.
Beautiful execution from Blacklist International, especially how they did it. This was the textbook play coming up from Blacklist International. Use your Lapu-Lapu to peel the back lines, have someone, separated from the opponent's team, and then peel it off. Then pick it off. And that really happened with Makashi. Knowing that he doesn't have Purify, Blacklist International went ahead and got the Uranus kill. And without the Uranus, there's really no one to face Blacklist International from Red Canids. And I'm definitely sure that we're going to see it in the replay. You see how decisive they were on using this Lapu-Lapu as their main peel against against Red Canids.
Yeah, Akashi had nothing to do here. Akashi has been having a difficult game. The 0-2-2 line is going to speak for itself. And yeah, he's the only one who can actually peel. Luna is not your traditional roamer. Luna is not a tank in this game. And a holy healing on a Uranus that was bullied for a majority of this game, maybe for 12, 13 minutes so far of this 16-minute bout. It's hard. So what's Akashi to do? I'm also curious because I'm sure he's getting the call here to say, okay, try to go find Oheb, try to go find Venus, take as much as you can from them, and then distract them so that maybe Jumpstyle can go find the kill and open the map up for Frost. And that's a blessing in disguise, I think, because Frost hasn't died yet. So Frost is playing a good range game, but for how long can they do this? Because now Haji just picked up the Divine Glaive. He's going to hurt all the more.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Uranus is a good front line. If you let him scale, if you get and shut him down all the way from the early stages, he is very, very squishy, actually. He has that regeneration from his ultimate, but still, he is very, very squishy here. And as you can see, Blacklist once again plays and is going in for the team fight here. Strictly Eagle onto Luna. Not much going on right now as Red Cannon still able to go away, but Edward jumps in for the Bravest Fighter all the way to the backside. Winter Truncheon still there as Jumpstyle actually picks up a kill onto Haji. Upatizi now going in for the kite, going in for the crossbow. Tang doesn't get it, and he's taken very low. It's going to be Oheb picking up the kill. Akashi running for the hills right now as Blacklist International are trying to go for it. That's his welcome beam pop. Not going to be able to connect onto him, but it's going to be Akashi running for the hills. It is the circling eagle to lock him down in place, and there's a Mount Force to finish him off. The killing spree now for the side of the Filipino gold laner.
Gotta appreciate what Akashi was doing, and we were wondering, what's Akashi to do? There's the answer! Just distract Blacklist International, but he can only do that for so long. There's only 2 defenders left on the side of Red Canids. There's no way Luna's gonna survive this! It's a 2-man assault! Jumpstyle the only one left!
No way, dude. Jumpstyle jumps in. Winner's Truncheon is just there as Oheb gets away. Not for long, though. He's going to get shut down, and that's going to be Red Canids still able to defend the game for now, but at what cost? They've lost everything at this point, and the Enhanced Lord is up for grabs for Blacklist International. Wolf, any thoughts on that fight?
That was Red Canids surviving by the skin of their teeth, but Blacklist International playing it so well. Fortunately for Edward, he missed his combo just because of we call it the skateboard for the Yisin It boosts up his speed. That's why he was able to dodge the combo of the Lapu-Lapu, but it won't matter as much. Yeah, they will survive for maybe a few minutes more, but Blacklist International will get the second Lord of the game. This will jump through the composition, the base building of Red Canids, and that's going to be deadly. Red Canids needs to keep Frost safe for now, so that they will have the wave period that they needed. Good shutdown from Frost. As they were able to, look at this. Look at how Jumpstyle was able to get out of there. Freestyling over Edward. And it actually stunned the right guy, which was Oheb. Followed up with this feathered airstrike. In all due fairness for Red Canids, that was a nice defense on their part.
Yeah, right now, as we're looking at the game, honestly, if the later the game goes, the more it is going to favor Red Canids, but are they going to be able to withstand the siege? Again, it is only their base left. Akashi getting caught, still able to dash away right now. It might be the final fight of the game here. Leo and Wolf, Feather Airstrike has been popped. Edward in the midst of it all, still able to take some damage as Zaman Force has been popped. Oheb now jumping back and forth, trying to deal some damage, but actually, very good defense from the side of Red Canids. Still able to defend the Lord, but it is going to be Edward jumping in with the Bravest Fighter, connecting onto the damage. The Jumpstyle will be caught very low, but Edward will lose his immortality. Crossbow of Tang has been popped, but the base is going to be the target, and Blacklist International with the first win here at the M3 World Championships.
1 point ahead of the pack. This propels Blacklist to the top of Group A, and this is, again, just a best of 1